What up, you guys? Welcome to the channel where we make StarCraft into one of the most epic ways to play, win, and get reactions from people. What's up, you guys? Hope you guys had a good weekend. Today we're going to do some Ultralisk drops. So forecast for today, guys, I'm going to be making 30 to 40 Ultralisks, and we're just going to drop it on top of different players and just get some fun reactions. Now this one's a bit hard, guys, if you haven't done it before. Typically when players see that you've got like 30 to 40 Ultralisks, they typically leave. Like they'll try to fight a little bit, and then their allies see that their allies are being dropped with 30 to 40 Ultralisks. They immediately leave because they're just like, what the fuck this. So it was really hard to do. So what I'm going to have to do is actually compile this into three separate games. I'm going to fast forward to obviously the fun part so that we don't have to wait for all the development. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Hopefully you guys stick around and hey guys, if you guys like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the fun troll plays we're going to do on players. Like this one, and this one, and of course this one. And as always, guys, make sure to drop some thoughts, comments, or any fun ideas you guys may have. Alright guys, let's get back to the game. Check this one out. Alright guys, I'm playing as Guapo. As you guys know, obviously I play and pretend to be different players just so that the opponents think that they've got a shot at winning. They think that I'm a noob, or they played against a player like me before, so that they will be more inclined to staying in the game. So on my team, guys, I've got a buddy. He's over at 12 o'clock. He's Terran. I have another buddy as well. He's at 9 o'clock. On the away team, we've got Falcon KTF. He was actually not bad. I'd say he's probably about 4.5 out of 8 in terms of the category. GG, he's probably, I would say, around 5 out of 8. So he's actually probably the best player on the team. Mama knew he was actually not bad. I'd say he's about 4.5 out of 8. So overall game level blended with everyone, I'd say probably around 4.5 out of 8. So definitely not a bad game to be able to do a troll play on certain players. So, alright guys, so I open up with Overpool. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do a hybrid build. So this, as you guys know on the channel, this hybrid build, so I'm going to be doing like 12 drones. I'll get 6 slings shortly afterwards. So it's a late pool. The reason why players would typically do this is because it's a hybrid build. It's going to allow you to be able to get Zerglings, support your allies, but at the same time be able to macro up in terms of getting a strong economy. And as you guys see, like my ally is going to be putting me in a safe spot here because he is getting some defense for us, so that it's going to be pretty easy for me to be able to really macro up. So my goal for this game is definitely just to be able to support my allies and really just, reduce the amount of units on the map, give us the advantage so that we can get to the troll plays. So I am going to open up with a fast lair. So we're going to do some Mutalisk. So taking advantage of the fact that I am over at 11 o'clock, I'm going to get a fast expo as well, but get that fast lair so that I can get mutas really quick. So typically if I'm going to be protected, they're not going to see like what's going on inside my base. And so this is exactly why I'm going to go fast Mutalisk. And the goal of the channel, guys, and if you're new to the channel, like welcome guys, the art of being able to do troll plays on players is to be able to make them frustrated enough, put your team ahead of the other team so that you can actually do troll plays. And so a lot of times I'll be doing like a lot of tricking players into thinking that they have a shot at winning. They think that their team is currently winning, or they're just frustrated so that they're motivated and staying inside the game. So a lot of times you're going to be watching me and you're like, why don't I finish the players? Why don't I do like normal builds that you would typically see, like making mass marines, medics, zealots, dragoons, zerglings, hydras, and just end the game, right? But that's not what the point of this channel is, guys. This channel is all about doing epic troll plays, and in order to do that, you have to be able to extend the amount of time that is within the game, because troll plays takes time to be able to do that. And in order to get players to stay in the game that long, you have to inevitably do these sorts of plays and trickery on them. So all right, so my ally over here, he's a buddy. He knows that I typically do like troll plays, so I'm surprised he didn't get cannons first. So instead of just getting zealots only, he should have just got 1 gateway of forge. We are over at 11 o'clock and 12, so obviously we're going to be macroing and attacking. So what he should have done was actually just got 1 gateway, 1 forge, take that choker there, which is good, and then just get cannons right away. He didn't need to actually get gateways here. So he's unfortunately probably going to die because we can't really support him yet, and my Mutalisks are not coming. Obviously you can't get Mutalisks that quick, and so it's going to be pretty late, and I'm obviously going to focus on attacking them instead of saving him here, because if I save him, then my Mutalisks are pretty much rendered useless. And so the better thing to do in this case is to counter, and that way you're going to be able to win the game, because it's going to be a surprise attack. They're not ready. As you can see, Zerg here, I have an Overlord here. Zerg doesn't have any spore colony, so he's definitely going to die. This Zerg here is definitely going to die as well too, and so that's the whole point of this. And when I do attack them, I'm not going to kill them. I'm just going to reduce the amount of drones they have. So drones are workers, so that they're they're going to be behind. So then I can eventually get to dropping Ultralisk. So, all right, I'm going to fast forward to some of the good parts. I just wanted to kind of illustrate a little bit about what the channel is, what I'm doing, so that for those of you that are new to the channel, you guys have a better idea of what's going on here. And as you can see, my ally attacked 1 o'clock here, so I'm not going to obviously saturate that. Instead, I'm just going to send my Mutalisk over to 3 o'clock here. And as you can see, my Mutalisks are much quicker, and so he wasn't prepared for it, and so now he's definitely going to die. But I don't want to kill him, as you guys can see. I think he ran his drone somewhere over there. Yeah, it's over there at the natural. So I'm not going to kill him. I'm just going to buy some time here for us, so that he's going to be behind. And now, as you guys can see, I'm going to start macroing up. So I'm going to start getting drones now, and really macroing up here. I'm not going to use my Mutalisk to be able to attack. I'm just going to keep them around as defense here. And looks like my ally wasn't prepared for this because he didn't have any bunkers at the choke here. So I'm just going to have to meter stack and micro this to buy some time for my Sunkens to come. So, alright. So that should be enough, just to buy some time here. I'm not going to make any more Mutalisks. Actually, I might make a little bit more because I think Yellow's going to be coming back online here, and he's going to be making some Mutalisks. So I'll make a few more just as defense. I'll make some Scourges as well too, in case if Terran does decide to do a drop here. So. Okay, so I'm just going to put some Scourges around my base here. I'm going to spread my Overlords out, and if you guys aren't a Zerg player, you have to leverage your Overlords to be able to just kind of spread it out. And the reason why you do that is because you want to get vision, because that's exactly why you have Overlords, to get vision, to get sight, and obviously to use them as drop and obviously supply as well too. So. Alright, so I got a secret expansion over at 1 o'clock here, and it looks like Yellow found it, because I think he did a scout and he found that I was making an expansion. And our third ally over here, he's actually remaking a Nexus at the natural, and so I brought that over. And he was pretty smart. He actually did that as a counter, so he tricked me into sending my Mutalisk there, and now he's countering me at 11 o'clock. And so thank God I've got some more Mutalisks there, so I was able to take that out. But that was a pretty good move on his part. Okay, I'll show you guys the tech tree. So I'm currently getting a hive here. And the thing with Ultralisk guys is that they're super expensive, so you don't need to get that much or that many hatcheries. Typically, you've seen me get a lot of hatcheries, and that's because I'm making like mass Zerglings, and they're super cheap, and so you need a lot of larvae. But because Ultralisks are really expensive, you really don't need to get that much. So I'm just gonna make probably like in total 10 hatcheries. Don't need too many here. So okay, so my ally's at middle here, so I kind of want to let him do like a 1 versus 2, just to give these guys a bit more morale, so that they're going to stay in the game. Because if I'm going to be, using my Mutalisk to micro attack these tanks here, which I would if it's a more competitive game and these guys are much better, I would probably kill those tanks off, and then I'd do a lot of SCV harassments over at 6 o'clock here, and then that would pretty much end the game. But as you guys know, that's pretty boring, so we're not going to do that. Alright, so let's check where we're at. Ultralisk Caverns is at 50% here, so we'll get some Ultralisk pretty soon. This game's going to end pretty quick, so as you guys can see, as I mentioned, when you see a ton of Ultralisks on the map, players typically just want to leave. And so we're going to, as soon as this game's done, I'm going to fast forward to the next game, and then I'll show you guys, again, a similar Ultralisk drop that we did on players. And it's just super fun to kind of be able to witness them squirm and see that many Ultralisks, and they're just like overwhelmed and have no idea what to do. So, alright, Ultralisks are being made, guys. So let's check the food chart. We are currently at 200 now, so I've got enough Ultralisks here. I'm going to go sacrifice these Mutalisks because I want to free up my supply. So I'm just going to give them morale here into thinking that I'm a noob and that they're able to kind of kill off these Mutalisks. So I know that Zerg's got a base down here, so I'm just going to send them there and let them die. But at the same time, be able to kind of kill off a few drones here. So I need these. I need that supply freed up, because that's probably gonna give me like another 4 Ultralisks here, so that I can really maximize the amount of Ultralisks I have. So, all right. So he killed off those Ultralisks. I'm gonna pick up. I made some more Ultralisks back at home over here somewhere. Where did I make it? Oh, I haven't started making it yet. Okay, so I'm going to go and do a drop now. So I'm going to surprise him. He probably has no idea that I'm making Ultralisks. So I'm going to drop 2 groups here of Overlords. So I think I've got about 18 or 20 Overlords here. I'm going to drop all of them, and we're going to surprise him here. Alright, so he's over at 9 o'clock here. He's attacking that basin, so he's thinking he's doing some damage here. So I did get armor first. Speed is coming on the way here. It's a bit slow. But as you can see, he's probably like, what the fuck? Like, where did all these Ultralisks come from? And if you look back, I mean, he doesn't have anything to really attack it. I mean, these Mutalisks, like, they're so weak against, you know, +5 armor. So, like, he's just pretty much, like, witnessing his base getting slaughtered here. There's nothing he can do. Alright guys, so game's gonna come to an end for the first one. We got 2 more games to go, so I'm gonna fast forward to the next games. GG, which is over at 6 o'clock. He saw this, and as I mentioned, he just left immediately right away, so he's like, fuck it. So let's go over the next game here soon. Alright guys, so second game now. So this one's going to be a 3 vs 3 again. I got a different team, a different ally. Oceans will part, and then this player over here, he was actually in the game that we just did recently with Mass Hydralisk, and so this was actually I think the second game that they died to us, so that's why they were a bit frustrated. I'm over at 7 o'clock here, and it looks like Oceans will part is at 6 o'clock. There was a bit of a fight because he was trying to pressure me with tanks, but I had another base, and I was just like super strong in terms of my economy, and so really shocked him with the amount of Ultralisks that I dropped in the end. So I'll fast forward to that part, guys. Alright, so looks like, let's check the food chart, guys. So I'm currently at 187/193, so just almost 200 here, and so it looks like he was able to recover, and looks like it's only 3 o'clock and Oceans will part, so they're buddies. Looks like they're the only 2 in the game here. It is kind of like a 2.5 versus 2 because my den was about to die here. It was pretty much just me and White. White was okay over at 11 o'clock here. He was going carriers, and he didn't really help too much. And so it was more of like a, yeah, it was more like a 2.5 versus 2 here. So looks like Ocean's Park tried to do attack on me, so I had a bunch of Mutalisks, so I took that out. So after I killed all those units, I wanted to sacrifice all these Mutalisks so that I could free up supply here, so I can get more Ultralisks, and at the same time give him morale, thinking that he was, you know, obviously able to kill off my army. But little does he know, and he doesn't have scan either, because I think he went mech and he didn't get scanned. So little does he know that I actually have like already, I think like 30 Ultralisks. So we're gonna do a fun drop, really fun surprise drop on him here. So, all right, freed that up. I freed up the supply, and now we're gonna make some more Ultralisks. We're gonna get 200, so we're at 181/200 here, but we're gonna get it all the way to 200, and we'll do a drop on him. All right, so picked up all the Ultralisks, guys. Got 2 groups here, and now let's go for that drop. So red has no idea, and looks like orange died. So now we're gonna do that drop on red here, and he has no idea. So at this point, he's probably thinking like, all right, we've got a shot at winning this game because these guys are noobs. But little does he know, there's gonna be 40 Ultralisks being dropped in his base here. So he's definitely in for a shocker. And they are upgraded, so we've got +6 on armor and +2 on attacks here. So, and as you can see, guys, like they pretty much kill everything in their tracks like really quick. I've actually played against players that used Mass Ultralisks on fastest, and man, it's like a cheat code because like they just reproduce Ultralisks so quick. And as Terran, like you can't really mobilize quick, and so a lot of times you'll win a fight, but then all of a sudden like you'll see like 40 Ultralisks come again really quick, and it's just so unfair on fastest game. So, and looks like his ally here is coming to help him. So they're probably both really surprised here in seeing this many Ultralisks. It's gonna spread it out, but they are doing a pretty good amount of damage on my Ultralisks here, which I'm kind of shocked. I'm surprised because I think there were some DTs there. So red had to lift his base because he definitely didn't expect that. And I'm hoping that 3 o'clock's gonna stay in the game so I can do another drop on him too, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. Alright, so back at home, I started making some more Ultralisks now, so we're going to do another batch here. And this time we're going to try to drop it on top of 3 o'clock. But you know what, I might want to kind of finish off red first, so he is kind of in the way. So let's see if let's see what's going to happen. Depends on how many units he has over at his natural. Guys, welcome back to the third game. We're going to do another 40 Ultralisk drop on top of 2 players here. So this game I'm playing with one buddy. He's over at 3 o'clock. And then we've got a third. He's a pub. Don't know him. On the away team, we got Ultralisk. He was actually probably about like a 4 out of 8. We got Les Go. He's probably not that great. He's probably like a 4 out of 8. And we've got Trolling. I think he's a Smurf. He was actually okay. He's probably about like a 4 out of 8 as well too. Alright guys, so we got the Ultralisks. We got 2 groups here. Let's go for that drop. We're gonna do it on top of yellow here. And immediately, he didn't even wait to see it. I mean, at least stick around to like watch the amount of Ultralisks that are being dropped in your base. But this guy was just like, no, I can't deal with the stress. So he just like left right away. Man, what a party pooper. Alright, so he left too quick. So I had to re-pick up my Ultralisk right away. And so now we're going to go to 9 o'clock now. Alright, so I'm going to do one drop right behind these Sunkens. And then the second drop right in front here. And looks like he does... Oh, he was trying to do a drop on me. And he's got lurkers. So check this out. He's got lurkers, but I have overlords here. And he's faced against with like 40 Ultralisks. So he was probably like, what the fuck? Oh man. It's too funny. Alright guys. There you have it. I mean, this is super hard to do. Hopefully you guys get to enjoy some of this. As soon as people, you know, see Ultralisks, they just leave right away. And so it's really hard to be able to do multiple drops in one game. And it's also very hard to actually just even make Ultralisks in this amount as well. Alright guys, drop some funny thoughts. I love your comments, memes, thoughts, and ideas and whatnot. So we're almost at that 1,000 mark. So I'm super excited. I've got a pretty exciting video that I'm going to do just to celebrate it and celebrating you guys as well, being part of this channel and contributing some really fun ideas. It's going to be an exciting video. I look forward to it and I can't wait to show you guys. But we're almost there. So let's keep it coming, guys. If you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on all the fun troll plays that we are going to do on players. And as well, to make sure you check out all the different playlists that we have, tons of different ways that we control and really have a good time against players. Alright guys, look forward to see you guys on the next one.